There are a lot of different there are a lot of different kind of groups, and it is more organic rather than facilitated by organizations. And sometimes that can be really positive because you kind of naturally meet someone at an event and you start up a really genuine friendship with them. But I definitely think there needs to be a little bit more infrastructure for people who aren't able to attend an event like this.
I agree with that. And I do want to open the floor to questions, but before we do that, I want to ask kind of how we try to solve not only the definitional challenge that clearly all of you have raised, but also the pipeline challenge that we know is a continued kind of conundrum, kind of whether we think of women in technology as being sort of narrowly defined kind of through the STEM fields or more broadly. And Andrew, when I was listening to you, I don't know how old your daughters are, but I'm obsessed with middle school. And I'm obsessed with middle school, and I'm already worried about my daughter's middle school experience, even though clearly she, at the moment, is just trying to learn to walk, and so I probably should be more concerned about that. But I am so worried about middle school for Charlotte for a few reasons. In kindergarten through third grade, in studies that are done across the country, in urban areas, rural areas, across the socioeconomic spectrum, for children of color, every study yields pretty much similar results for the ambitions of girls and boys. Girls want to be CEOs. They may not know what that means, but they want to be CEOs. Girls want to be president. They want to be inventors. They want to be astronauts. They want to build things. They want to design things, right? So they have all these ambitions that we can largely kind of group together under leadership and that relate to technology, whether or not they're going to kind of create the bounds of the market in which technology would be used or actually be innovators in technology or using technology clearly if they're going to be astronauts. But at fourth grade, that really starts to deteriorate. And by eighth grade, the schism on all of those dimensions is immense, where girls no longer at the same levels as boys want to be innovators or inventors or leaders in whatever field, in kind of whatever profession they might be aspiring to. And we know that's happening for a few reasons. In middle school, math and science teachers start calling on girls less. Both female and male teachers call on girls less. That's the age where we know now from cognitive science that girls start to impose themselves into the stories that they're kind of absorbing. So the movies they're watching, the television shows they're watching, what they're seeing on reality TV, what they're seeing on the news, and not their own imaginations. And so we know that part of fixing the pipeline challenge is changing that dynamic in middle school so that more girls hopefully have parents like Andrew, but also have parents and teachers and are in an ecosystem that's really supporting their dreams, whatever those dreams may be. But we also know we have pipeline challenges at the high school, college, and professional levels as well. So could you talk a little bit about kind of what each of you are trying to do now to ensure that your pipeline is full of the most talented people possible, including women of color?